Hey guys, I'm back with a different kind of video today, and it's packed with golden tips. We're going to take a closer look at modern and classic nail architecture, so let's get into it. As you can see in these photos, these two styles look completely different from each other. And the biggest thing that creates this difference is the way the apex is structured. Before you do anything, you need to be able to recognize which category your client's natural nails fall into. In this photo, you can see three different types of nails. The first one is the downward growing nail. As it grows out, it bends down, and these nails usually have a pretty strong curve. Every time you work on this type of nail, you really need to correct the shape. And it's not just for looks. Makes the nails stronger and lasts way longer. One of the most important things is building the apex in the right spot. But with the new generation dual forms, which are mostly designed with a modern structure, the nails automatically get corrected no matter what their natural shape is. The apex also ends up right where it's supposed to be. All you need to do is learn how to choose the right form. You just need to know that with downward growing nails, most of your product should be concentrated right here. This area is the stress zone, and your thickness should be around 1.5 to 2 millimeters. Pick a form that actually covers these points. For example, in this photo, you can see that this form is the right choice. Because of its modern structure, it has a higher apex, but it still looks clean and hidden. The product spreads evenly across the nail, which gives it balance. This way, as the nail grows out, it won't lose its shape anytime soon, and the strength stays really high. And from there, you can extend the nail to whatever length you want without worrying about anything. Here, I just want to show you why placing the apex in the right spot matters so much. In the classic style, the apex is built in the center of the nail, so most of the product sits right there. But as the nail grows, the weight keeps shifting forward week 1. Week 2, week 3, and by week 4, all the pressure is on the free edge, which is why it usually breaks. Now look at the modern style. The apex is closer to the cuticle. As the nail grows, the balance stays much better week 1, week 2, week 3, and even by week 4, the structure still holds up. That's one of the biggest reasons modern structure is stronger, and you can see it here. After a few weeks, the nail still looks healthy and balanced, but this one, the shape becomes really uncomfortable. These nails that grow upward are called ski jump nails. Some people even call them spoon nails. Their highest point is at the free edge, and the nail plate is dipped in the center. These definitely need shape correction, and unlike downward growing nails, you use the least amount of product in this area, about 1 millimeter. Most of the product should be in the first 2/3 of the nail, around 1.5 to 2 millimeters. Before you apply the form on these nails, make sure to trim the natural nail all the way down. With modern structure and the right dual form, the apex is built closer to the cuticle, and that's what corrects the overall shape. This form is exactly what you need for upward growing nails. You can see how it creates a higher apex right at the cuticle and the center of the nail, and then uses less product toward the smile line with this form. You can do any length you want, short or long, it doesn't matter. It's totally suitable. So look, guys, some brands, like this one from IMENKA, actually include a buying guide. And honestly, I think it's such a cool idea. I wish every brand did this. They show you exactly where the apex is on each form, how short or long you can go with it, and even list the name of every shape. This can definitely guide you at least to some extent, but keep in mind, every brand has its own curve and its own shape. Now let's move on to flat nails. These ones have no curve at all. They're just straight and flat. For these, you should use forms with very little curvature, and your product thickness should be around 1 to 1.5 millimeters. Take a look here, I'll show you a few examples. Both the square shape and the almond shape you see here have a very soft curve, which makes them perfect for this nail type. Choosing the right form is the first and most important part of working with dual forms, but there are other things you have to pay attention to, or you'll end up with results like what you see in this picture, if the sidewalls aren't covered properly, if the growth points are left empty, or if your product amount or even the pressure you use when placing the form isn't done correctly. You're going to run into situations just like this. When you place the form on the nail, your angle and the pressure of your hand have to be correct and controlled. If you're still not sure how to do that, go check out my dual form playlist. I have tons of videos there that cover all these details, and they're definitely worth watching at least once. By the way, I don't use these half-cover forms anymore. They need a lot of cleanup around the edges, and you end up having to go over everything again with builder gel and rebuild the apex by hand. With all the new forms we have now, I've completely stopped using them. Make sure you give just as much attention to the underside of the nail as you do to the top. Don't skip smoothing and cleaning underneath, and the thickness at the free edge shouldn't be more than 1 millimeter. And it doesn't matter what shape you're doing, square, almond, anything, the rule is the same. Alright, take a look here. This is a slightly downward growing nail, and I picked 4 different forms so you can compare the curves and the product placement at the smile line and the cuticle. If you've been paying attention from the start, you should know the right answer. So tell me in the comments which form you'd choose.